What's up, guys? How are you? Time for a Monday morning episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all of my socials at Sports Talk Matt, and we are back after a winning Sunday. Not a big winning Sunday, but it's a winning Sunday nonetheless. If you were with us on the live stream, you got 3 player props. We went 2-1 on the player props. So overall, we went up 5-3 on the day. Basically, not bad. Up over a little over a unit. But for the Daily Juice official plays, the Bucks was the game that I can't believe I got wrong. Bears under comes in. The Lions-Broncos teaser hits. The 49ers could have gotten us there. If we had hit that, it would have been a really good day, but we missed on that teaser. And the Chargers were big over the Steelers. So a 3-2 day for us. Now we have a Monday Night Football game. I got a couple of bets on that for tonight, and I've got a NBA player prop that I want to get involved with coming up here for today on a Monday night. I'll give you also a hockey play that won't be official, but if you want to make a hockey play, I've got one of those as well for you if you would like. If you want to go and search your own prop bets, you can do that on the prop bet cheat sheet. It is available for tonight's NFL game and the NBA action on tonight. The NFL, the NBA, Major League Baseball prop bet cheat sheet. It will show you the best value for plays every single day. Get daily player prop value rankings based on projections. You can find the best props available, all major passing, rushing, receiving stats, plus NBA's points and rebounds, and more. Through week 9 of our 5-star NFL prop bets, 58% win rate and up over 95 units with the NFL version of the prop bet cheat sheet. Go use it now at bettingpros.com/props. or go and get it on the Betting Pros app. All right, let's start with the Eagles. On the road to the Packers. Packers lost at home as 14-point favorites to the Panthers. Stunning loss. One of the worst losses in recent memory in the NFL, in a game that you just cannot lose, period. The Eagles are off of a bye. And here's the thing with this matchup. The Eagles are underdogs. They're catching 1 point here. Packers are favored. Philly is not an underdog very often. Jalen Hurts, when he's a dog, he's 10-8 as a dog overall in his career, just 18 times. But since the start of last year, the Eagles in Jalen Hurts as dogs, 4-0 straight up, 4-0 against the number. Okay? I like the Eagles tonight. I don't trust Matt LaFleur in November. He coaches just like Shane Steichen, who had a miracle push of a 6-point spread in Berlin, but that was more on the Falcons and I thought more than the Colts. But you look at Shane Steichen, you look at Matt LaFleur, for whatever reason, they simply don't play well in November. And this has been, Jordan Love has been great at night games. At home, Lambeau Field at night, 4-1 straight up, 4-1 against the spread. Night games, he's in prime time, but Eagles are on the road. You look at them as underdogs off of a bye with an extra day on Monday Night Football to get ready. Dogs are 24-13 against the number in this spot. Jalen Hurts is 11-5 straight up in night games. Look, I just think this Packers team, you don't lose to a Carolina Panthers team at home and then everything is perfect and everything is okay. I'm not huge on Matt LaFleur. This is a loss. Packer losses by the spread since 1970. They lost as 13.5-point favorites to the Cardinals and 12.5-point favorites to the Colts in 1997, 2018, and then the loss last week where the number closed at 12.5, but was as high as 14.5. So Matt LaFleur has been pretty good off a loss since we got into the year 2025. Matt LaFleur is 9-11 against the spread off of a loss, but in their last 3 games following a loss, they're 2-1 straight up, but 0-3 against the spread. Again, the number is just 1 here for today. I just don't think the offense is going to be able to run the football up against this Eagles defense. I think Josh Jacobs is going to have a rough night tonight. And I think this offense for Jalen Hurts after the bye, I think they're going to find different ways of moving the ball through the air and getting A.J. Brown more involved and getting the passing attack more involved in general. And then they'll find a way to get Saquon Barkley going. They have not really done that so far this year, but I think overall the Eagles are just a better team. And I think this Packers team has some pretty big problems. And I do like the Packers once we get to the playoff tournament, that the Packers could be one of those teams that could sneak up and bite somebody and maybe make a run. But I don't like it for tonight. Off of a bye with Jalen Hurts after what happened last week, I'm going to go ahead and take the point. Eagles +1 for 1.1 units. Now, I do have one bet from the prop bet cheat sheet going on this game. It is Josh Jacobs under his rushing and receiving yardage at 92.5. Prop bet cheat sheet is projecting this for 90.5. It is a 59% cover probability. It's an 11% expected value. It's a 4-star rated prop, but he went over last game against Carolina. But the previous 2 games against Pittsburgh and Arizona, he did not go over. In fact, against the best defenses, Detroit, Cleveland, Arizona, and Pittsburgh, he has gone under. Against the bad defenses, Carolina, Cincinnati, and Dallas, he has gone over 92.5 receiving and rushing yards. This is a good defense. Eagles are a good defense. I don't expect him to have nearly as much of an impact on this game as what he has had in previous games. And I just think this is a really good defense that's going to key in on Josh Jacobs and not allow him to break big runs and hurt them in the running game. And Jacobs, for the most part, is a streaky guy when it comes to the screen pass game or him out as a receiver. It's more him running the football for the Packers. Under 92.5 rushing and receiving for Josh Jacobs. Before I give you the last play of the day, how about our first 2 Hard Rock bets of the day cashing? We got the Creighton Blue Jays right, and we got the Chargers right. That's not bad. This podcast is being brought to you by Hard Rock Bet. This is a big game night. There's NFL football, there's NBA basketball, there's NHL and college basketball all going on here tonight. If you guys have not taken advantage of the first bet, the $5 wager, and if it hits, you win what the wager pays plus $150 in bonus bets. Great place to check out some stats and information is at the Hard Rock Bet Stats Hub. Trends, streaks, and stats all available to help you make better plays. The Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook app is the only legal book in Florida, but it's also live in Arizona, Ohio, New Jersey, Indiana, Tennessee, Virginia, Illinois, and Colorado. More states coming online soon. Plus, Hard Rock Bet offers new promos every single day. Download the Hard Rock Bet app and make your first deposit today. Okay, I was telling you about the hockey play before I give you the basketball bet. If you want to take the Islanders and the Devils first period over or a gift, I like it both. The gift, the numbers play it out. These are 2 of the best gift teams. Go in the first 10 minutes for that one. So I think that's a -154 bet. If you want to kind of say it's going to be a higher scoring first period than normal, both these teams aren't extremely high scoring in the first half. They just score early. They give up a goal early in the game, but you can bet over 1.5 goals in the first period at -135. That's not horrible. If you don't mind the juice, a little over 150, I get to take the Islanders and the Devils first period over for tonight is a look you can get into. But in the NBA, let's talk about Josh Giddey, who has been tremendous to start the year for the Bulls. But the Bulls are taking on the Spurs, who right now are 7-2 and one of the top teams in the NBA defensively. Josh Giddey's points, assists, and rebounds prop is set at 40.5. The projection is for 34.8, so a pretty big discrepancy there. This has a 75% cover probability and a plus 28 expected value. It is a 5-star play on the prop bet cheat sheet, and it's not even that juicy to go under here for Josh Giddey. Last 2 games against Cleveland and against Milwaukee have gone under for points, rebounds, and assists for Josh Giddey. The 3 previous games had gone over, but that snapped a 5-game streak in which he did not go over this number for Josh Giddey, points, rebounds, and assists. Josh Giddey over 40.5 points, rebounds, and assists at -111 for 1.1 units. So we got 3 bets there. If you throw the hockey bet on there, that is a 4-bet card if you want it. First period, a gift, goal in the first 10 minutes for the Islanders and the Devils tonight in the NHL. So once again, we got the Eagles +1 Josh Jacobs under 92.5 rushing and receiving, and Josh Giddey points, rebound, assists under 40.5. Now, the sports world over the weekend was absolutely rocked by a gigantic revelation that the two pitchers, Luis Ortiz and Emmanuel Clase, who had been indefinitely suspended by Major League Baseball for the allegation of throwing pitches or throwing innings, being in the pocket of gamblers, and pitch fixing is what they're calling it, throwing a ball when they were supposed to, and gamblers betting up to $400,000, $500,000 on the first pitch of an inning being a ball. Now, what book was stupid enough to take it? We'll get into all that coming up here. Bostonian versus the Book is my other show. It's my long-form show. We will spend a lot of time talking about Luis Ortiz and Emmanuel Clase. They have both been indicted. They're both facing 65 years in jail for what they did. We'll get into all of that. Also, a ton on the Patriots win. We'll talk to Fitzy from WEEI in Boston about what happened in Tampa for Drake May. That is 7 straight wins for the Patriots here, who are now 8-2 on the year. Incredible run for New England. We'll get into that with Fitzy from WEEI, and also obviously break down a ton happening with the game tonight with the Eagles and the Packers. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all my socials at Sports Talk Matt every single morning. You guys can go and follow me at Sports Talk Matt and go and find the Daily Juice Podcast.